Hey y'all, it's Ebony. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me. I'm going to try to see if I can bring this hair back to life. I'm going to go hang with my sister today, so let's get started. So I'm going to add some clip-ins into my hair to just give it some length and just make it fuller. Mind you, this hair is like a week old. It's greasy. I really didn't want to slap a hat on like I normally would. It's shedding all over the place, but just trying to make it cute to just sit out back and drink and eat cookout food. Look at this. This is just got wet somehow, and I don't know. But today's video is titled, as you can see, is about when I quit my job. Like, mind you, don't ever try this at home. So basically what happened was, so this was about like the summer 2018. It wasn't a stage in my life where I was one of the most miserable people that you could have possibly ever met. I wasn't happy with anything in my life. My job, my home life, myself. I couldn't find the positives, anything that I could even enjoy. I was just miserable. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I knew my 9 to 5, which was, I worked for disability sales at the time, and it just wasn't what I wanted to do. So I started making the most drastic decisions. Like, first off, I was married at the time. I separated from my husband. I was just ready to find me and just ready to just, I didn't feel like I could do it all. I didn't feel like I could do both. So my kids, my marriage, everything was like a chore. Like, if you could ask me, what is something that you like to do in your life right now? I couldn't have told you anything. I didn't have an interest, no nothing. So, long story short, I was making drastic ass decisions. I got a separation. I was just super emotional. So I took time to like figure out what I wanted to actually even do with myself. So I have many talents. Like, I can do hair, I could do nails, I can draw. I always loved art. So at that moment, I was like, you know what? Let me do my art thing. Let me get back into my passion and what I actually like to do. So at that time, I literally was like, okay, I'm gonna start a business. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to start doing art for a living, and I'm going to have that be my primary source of income. So I for work, I was already miserable there, so I started missing a lot of time. And basically, my idea at the time was, okay, let me just basically try to get fired. This is my mindset, mind you. So let me just try to get fired so I can collect unemployment for a little bit until my career kicks in. And sorry, y'all. Until my career kicks in, and then I start receiving income. So I stopped going to work a lot. Mind you, my job was like working with me. Like, they did not want me to leave. Like, they tried everything in their power to keep me there. Like, they legit fought for me, and I still was like, this piece is not working. Sorry, I'm hot. Like, I'm hot. But they were like willing to work with me and everything, and I was just like, you know what, nah, like already got a idea. Mind you, no plan of how I was going to receive income or nothing. I was supposed to receive my severance pay and all that once that came through, but I just figured like, all right, I got a couple dollars that will hold me off until I start making money off of this art. I went out, got an art table, all this shit. Started doing art for a little bit, and then after that, they were taking too long on my job to fire me. So my dumb ass quits. I literally quit my job. Like, I had 2 kids. Mind you, I was so emotional finding myself. You ever, I don't know if any of you can relate. If you do, please comment below. Have you ever been like in a stage in life where you're like, oh yeah, I know what I want to do. I want to just go and find my passion. So you're just doing like a whole bunch of, you're just so emotional and just being very irrational, and you just feel like this is what's going to happen. Like this is it. So I quit my job. Didn't know what the hell I was going to do for income. My goal was to just collect this severance pay, that lump sum that you get. I guess that's the 401. And get well, at that point, I was aware I wasn't going to get unemployment because I got damn quit. So, so I quit my job. For the first like 2 weeks, I was very consistent. I was very disciplined. Like, I knew what time. I got up super early and was like completely just focusing on my career and what I wanted to do. Mind you, I was drawing and I was painting a lot. I would go to this like it's like this bookstore where I live, but it's like also like a nice area to where it's like somewhat like a library, but it got like live music and things like that. So that became my new place to go during the day. So I would go there and paint. Mind you, like, I didn't know anyone who I didn't know anyone. I wasn't even posting my pictures or anything on social media. Like, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I was just living. Like, I literally didn't know what the hell I was going to do. So weeks and weeks go by. Oh, and this is Yaki hair. This is just like this because it was kind of balled up. But I've had this hair for the last like year and a half, almost 2 years, and you can rewash it, straighten it, whatever. Like, it just works amazing. And also at the time, I was enrolled full-time at school. My mindset, of course, where it was at the time was that, like, I don't like anything. I'm not interested in anything in fucking life right now. So I up and stopped going to school. So my dad, he's in the military. So basically, he became 100% disabled. So what that means is all his kids was able to go to school for free. So I basically was getting paid to go to college, and I stopped going there because I didn't like it. And that's just because that was just my thought process on just how I felt and thought about school at the time, which was just, when I look back, it's like whoever that person was, I just feel so sorry for her. She was so lost. She didn't know what the hell was going on. But I felt like I was on that path to learning and to get in there. And I felt that this was the right way to go about it. I don't really regret, I regret leaving school, but I don't regret making the decision to become an entrepreneur that first time. I just only wish that I would have had a smarter plan and not just assuming, and possibly did more research. Like, I just went into it just assuming, oh, okay, once you say that you have a business, you have a business. And it's like, nah, that's not how it works. There's so much things that go behind it. But then towards mind you, This was 2 years ago. So it was about, this whole process only lasted like probably a few months. So, things got real. Like, bills started to be due. I started to sit around and feel sorry for myself. So mind you, I'm not looking for a job or anything. I'm just like literally not even painting anymore, just sitting at home all day, like doing nothing. Um, like I just didn't have the discipline that I thought I did. I didn't have the idea that I thought I did. These things wasn't adding up the way that I thought they were in my head when I made the damn decisions to quit my job. It got so bad to the point where I literally almost lost my house. Like if it wasn't for my sister and for my ex at the time, um, like mind you, if I can even let you know, like my sister is like can let you know firsthand how much, like I started praying a lot. I started getting a relationship with God. Like I prayed, I talked to him a lot. That's literally the only way that I got through it and was able to save my life, my house, my everything. Like it was just, it was so bad. Um, and it's crazy because I don't even draw anymore when I think about it. I still have my art table, but I don't even draw anymore, which is crazy. And I've always drawn since I was like a kid. Like that's always been something that like I just really like. Like I was just always drawn to it. Like, and I was really good at it. I feel like maybe somewhere in the future I do want to get back into it and eventually a long way down the road like open my own art gallery. But right now I'm not into it like that to be as my main career. But yeah, anyway, back to the about to lose my house. So I had found these different agencies that basically on top of what my sister and my ex had helped me with, like I still needed a large amount to come up with. So I found this place that helped me pay the remaining of my damn balance off. Mind you, like this is just I used to pray all the time. When I was getting that, I used to pray all the time to God and just talk to him and just talk to him, and like the most random shit would happen to where it was like I literally didn't have no form of money, and then boom, it's like this most random stuff would just happen, and I would come up with money just in my bank. Like I can't even explain. I still don't know how it happened, but like my sister was there as a witness where I would just sit there, and as soon as it would happen, and it still happens to this day, but I was so emotional. I just bawled. Like all I could do was just thank God, because I knew it was him. Like who else would it have been? Like it was just insane, like how fast it happened. But that was just an eye opener for me because first off, I should have known better. But just the whole thing where it's just like sometimes you have to go with your gut. I would never tell someone to quit their job without having some form of backup income. But I would definitely say don't just up and quit your job. Like don't ever ever do that. So is it coming out nice? So I was able to save my house. And then in order to keep it, I had to literally go out and get 2 jobs, not one, but 2, to get back on track. So my first job that I had this like part-time cleaning job. It was like in the evenings. They was busting my ass. And that's not my first cleaning job that I had, but it was one that I had done. It was the first one that I'd done in a long time. But basically, they was paying you like $100 a week for you to work 4 hours a Monday through Friday. It's like No. So basically, I'm paying and busting my ass for me to pay gas to come all the way over here. Mind you, it was like 20 minutes, almost a half an hour away. Like, it wasn't even worth it. But I needed the job at the time, and I needed to get back on my feet. So I took that job, and I took another like low paying job at the time, but like I wasn't being choosy. Like, my main goal is straight grind mode, and which was just to get on my shit and get back to me and the person that I knew I was. I've always been very responsible. I've been on my own since I was 19. Like, never had to worry about anybody taking care of me. So it was like it was just something new and out of my comfort zone completely. But then, so my job that I had quit was hiring. They were hiring for case managers. So yeah, it was the same job, but it was a different department or whatever. So I'm like, all right, okay, I'll go and do that. To see if they'll hire me, because yeah, I left off on bad terms, but I was a great ass worker. So, and yeah, it was, I didn't leave. I quit, but it wasn't like super bad terms. So, I went for the position or whatever, and they reached out to my old supervisor, and my supervisor found out that I wanted to basically start working there again, and she reached out to me and was like, wait, let me just back up a little bit. So the position that I went for, it was no longer available because obviously they found somebody who had more experience. I never was a case manager before, but it wasn't, it was worth a try. So my old supervisor had reached out to me and was like, yeah, we love you, we miss you, like, you were a great worker. If you are still wanting to work here, why don't you just come back and get your old position back? Like, what the hell are the odds of that? Like, really, what are the odds of me leaving my job and everything? But that just goes to show you, like, how good of a worker I was that they even wanted me back. So I didn't want to work 2 jobs anymore, and I knew the income that I was going to be getting working at that at my old position. So I was like, you know what? Hell yeah. If y'all want to take me back, yes. When I went back, let me tell y'all, I was so just, my mindset had already had changed. I was so grateful. Everything that I even was thinking about negatively in the past before I had left, those weren't even like in my mind anymore, because I was just so blessed and grateful that I had the opportunity to work and get good money again. No, it wasn't what I wanted to do, but it would give me a nice safety belt until I figured out what my next move was going to be. So I started working there, and I'm like, you know what can I do with myself? Like, I want to help people, but how can I help them, and in what way? So I did some research online, just kept on researching, and I came across this this health and life coaching program through HCI. They're not accredited. Like, you still have to pay out of pocket, but they are a certified certification program. So I was like, let me just see what they're about. Mind you, not only do they give you a certification for both your life and health, but they also give you email templates, over 25 weeks worth of newsletters. They help you create your own website. So once you're done with the program and you start getting clients, they give you a website. They give you everything to set up. Of course, you're supposed to make it your own in your own personal way, but they give you the whole handouts for everything. So I was like, why wouldn't I choose this program? Like, this is saying everything, and on top of that, it's going to help me once I actually complete my certification. So, long story short, I got both of my certifications, completely did hours and hours and hours and hours on top of hours of studying and doing my website. Mind you, I know I'm just rambling. When you like do something that you actually enjoy, it is like, it don't even feel like work. Like, I would literally be off work at 5 and like all all the rest of the day, like any extra time that I did have, I was putting it all into getting my website and everything set up, like, and it was so fun just because it's my website. It's what I want to be doing. So it's like when you're putting your all into it that way, like it's not even like that big of a deal. Like, so it's all about finding what you want to do and just riding and putting your all into it. So and I found another school. I went back to school. Mind y'all, it's May. I graduated with my associates in business management and accounting at the end of April. And I'm going to get my bachelor's. I'll go back for my bachelor's starting May 25th. So that just goes to show you where my mindset is now and just where I'm at with it. Like, I'm just trying to boss up and be my own boss. So with that being said, I started my own business, my own coaching business. I just think that, like, that whole experience of me quitting my job, like, just, it was terrible. Like, now I'm happy that I can, like, even talk about it and, like, just look back and see the positives, because at that time, when I say I was stressed to the point where I was almost bald, like, I was stressed the hell out. But you know what? You had to pick yourself up and start all over. And I'm just happy that I was able to use what went wrong the first time as lessons so that I'll be more smarter about how I go about things this time. So I started my own business. I am still working full-time just because I have to build up my clientele and things like that, and I'm just not ready. It's not there yet to where I'm bringing in the revenue to completely just up and quit my job. Like, that was a lesson that was learned, like, I would never do it again. So it's like I need to make sure that I'm bringing in enough consistent revenue in order to quit my job and be able to put my all into it. So now it's still kind of hard, just trying to figure out how to do the balance of everything, because I do still have a full-time job. I'm in school full-time. I'm a parent, blah, 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 blah. But I feel like you make time for what you really want to make time for. So I don't have no choice but to make time for all this at this moment, because I do want better, but I also need to make sure that I go about things smart this time. So any of you entrepreneurs out there who are looking to start your own business, I'm saying go for it. Just be smart about what you do. Make sure that you just try to plan things out, and also just try to just have a plan and just keep your motivation, but just try to just move a little bit smarter than I did in the past. Like, I used to regret, and like, because I was kind of ashamed and embarrassed that my business didn't work out. But at the end of the day, like, I didn't have a plan. Like, I'm just not the same person as I was before, so I can't look at it as in that I failed. Like, and you can't fail until you even try. So at least I tried, and it made me smarter and wiser, and I'm the furthest that I've ever been with trying to start my own business. So I take that as stride, and I'm going to just keep pushing. And eventually I will be able to be financially independent and create my own schedule. But right now, I'm so blessed that I even have a job to even still go to. Right now, while I'm still trying to figure all this business stuff out. But it's going to come when it's supposed to come. I just have to have faith. And I just have to keep putting forward motion into everything that I'm trying to do right now. So I think it turned out cute. All right, y'all. So here's the final outcome. I love this hair. Like, this stuff lasts forever. Like, you can reinvent yourself with these clip-ins. But I hope this video was interesting. I hope that you guys liked it. If you do, please join my channel and subscribe. Please hit the like button, and also if there's anything in my story that I told you about that you had an same experience or something similar to it, please comment below. I definitely will be interested in hearing what you have to say and to hear your story also. So I will see you guys next video.